common with a lot of athletes is as soon as they finish their sport, they're looking for their next passion. I want to do something that I love. Okay, what do you love? Oh, I'm not sure. And it's just a downward spiral towards unfulfillment and unhappiness, etc., etc. This kind of common thing that we see with athletes who are struggling post-sport. But yeah, do you have athletes in your circles as well that you see struggling, and why is the common reason for that?
So yeah, 100%. So one thing I've become more and more aware of over the last, I would say, few years is that because I finished early, right? Like I was 23. In some respect, it was harder because it was all taken away from me. But then the other side of it is I wasn't there for as long, so I didn't have as much to kind of miss, I guess. But as a result of that, what I've found over the last few years is a number of people reaching out to me who I played with, who at early to mid 30s were coming to the end, and really concerned and scared about what they were going to do next. And some of them even just, they hated the game. They got to the point where their bodies were wrecked. They were not enjoying it, but they kept signing up for it because it was all they knew, and they were scared of the alternative of not being there. So I had a lot of conversations with guys I played with that were in that kind of state, and just tried to.
What was your advice for them?
I think the key thing there is when you finish, to your point, Alex, like wherever you go to next, it's not going to get you to the same level of passion as what you were previously, right? Like we played these sports because we loved them. We didn't play these sports because they paid us to play them. We were lucky that we got paid to play them. So the passion, there is going to be a come down, right? So I think acknowledging that and being aware of that and knowing that that's going to be the fact, and you're not just going to walk out of sport and go and find something that's going to go straight away. And like, and if you do, that's extremely lucky, but I can't imagine many people find that. So with most of the people who came to me and asked me, I just shared my story. I just told them, look, this is what I did. I decided that I wanted to remove myself as much as possible from the environment. I said 12 months, maybe that's not that long. Maybe it is a long time to completely remove myself from any form of rugby. But then also I'm in the Middle East at that point. So I think one of the things that does happen a lot is that people, they retire and they struggle, but they're also still maybe too connected. I think there's definitely something to be said for trying to just take time to stop and pull yourself away from it. Like you're going to have mates who are probably still playing. I'm not saying you don't still connect with these guys, but just taking that moment to, the easy thing is to go, oh, I'm going to be a coach now. I'm going to coach the team that I was previously playing for. And that's not to put anything against coaching, but I would still challenge that if you're wanting to go down the coaching path, stop and try and find, and for it, if you've set yourself up reasonably well financially, hopefully you don't have the same level of pressure to go straight into find something. So give yourself some time, like take some time, take stock, try a few different things through your career. If you have, if you've done that, if you haven't, like start doing that towards the end of it if you haven't, and then just take some time to allow the dust to settle a bit. Maybe it is that you really do want to go into coaching because you really are passionate about coaching, or do you just want to go into it because it's safe and it's comfortable and it's easy? Like, I think for me, getting away and going to the Middle East and being so far removed from things culturally, meeting different people from a different world, like was my savior.